feel what you want to feel about this. I guess have your own opinion, whatever you like. Um, I think, I think we need to. I think we need to say something about this. I think this needs to be a topic of discussion. I think that people need to actually decide if we're okay with this or not. If this is fair, if this isn't fair. I think people are being polite at this point to not say enough about this. You don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so you say, well, I'm all about inclusivity. Okay, I'm being disturbed. Right. Love you too. That was my niece, by the way. It's okay. You're famous now. Uh, uh, so yeah, this is like somebody disturbing me on a chat. It's fine. It's the same. So yeah, it's one of these things where I think we should talk to I think when you ask women, especially athletes, women athletes, whether they're okay with this, I don't think you're going to get necessarily a true answer, true response, because you, if you're a female athlete, and let's say you're at the top level, right? You're already being scrutinized to some degree by the public. Number one. Number two, you have an ego because you're playing at the top level of your sport for your gender in class and all that. Now, you should be able to say without uh, backlash how you feel about that. You should be able to express your opinion. Excuse me. But you're going to see you're going to see a lot of women in women's sport not say anything about this and just take it on the chin, which I think is just awful. I think now I'm not against. Obviously, I'm very much a classical liberal, so I'm very pro choice and pro freedom and all that kind of stuff. So that would obviously there's a problem for me there. There's a bit of it's a bit of a conundrum because you've got on one side you've got women's freedom to be able to play sport against other women and have it completely fair, and then you have trans women who claim, rightly or wrongly so, I'm not going to judge on that, that they are women, um, and that they should be able to compete against biological women. I would like both things to be true at the same time, but sadly, I don't think they can be. So you have both these two problems. So I think we can come up with a solution that is fair and equitable for everybody. We could say, hey, listen, maybe if um, you're going to compete as a trans woman a in a cis in a women's league or women's competition, that there would be maybe an asterisk or something like that to say, all right, well, there was this that changed it, or this might have affected it, or something like that. I'm just spitballing. Like, I'm not going to pretend that I have the answer or the solution for this because this is a very complicated uh, thing. I just know personally, and this is my personal feeling. If I were a woman and I'm playing sports at the top level with other women, and suddenly a transgendered woman joined, I would feel I would feel like something was being done, something wrong was being done to me. I would feel like it was unfair, and I don't know. That's just me. You'd have to prove otherwise. You'd have to prove that there was no advantage to me. Now, if if you were able to pull all the women in all sports, whether it's professional or amateur, and the majority, the overwhelming majority, were to say that okay, we're okay with it, well, I we live in the realm where majority rules. So I think the people that were opposed to it, the minority, would have to just take it. But I just don't feel like that's the case. I feel like it's probably a majority that would agree with that statement to say that this is probably not fair and something should be done. They just don't want to say anything about it because they fear backlash or or some type of ridicule for it. So I don't know. I don't know when we gave up on protecting people's rights for the rights of someone else. It's like It's kind of a hypocritical sort of position to take, if I don't know, if you ask me anyway.